Everybody, I'm going to go over the grading notes for week 1 for TRA 4234, warehouse management and inventory management. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is the quiz. Number 7 I had to grade because the automatic grader did not pick up the answers, so I had to go through and look at those. I did go through everybody's, make sure that everybody answered it correctly before I gave them the full points. There were a couple who did not get everything right, so you had partial points. But the number 7 was, what are the 5 reasons that employees leave their employer? And the answers should have contained: managers don't respect their work, lack of peer respect, low marks on the workplace culture, job burnout, and lack of growth opportunities. If I had all of those, then I gave you the full 12 points that were available. If not, then I gave you partial points. Alright, the next question that gave some people some challenges was question 9. What is the main challenge that warehouse managers face? There are many challenges that they face, but the main challenge that every warehouse manager, and I would argue that every manager outside of logistics also faces, are controlling labor hours and costs, because as we know, the greatest cost of doing business is labor. So that was the answer for that, was be controlling labor hours and costs. And also question 12, this question was very fast moving items must be placed in one place near the dispatch bays. So the majority of this question was correct. The fast moving items must be placed near the dispatch bays. However, they can't be placed in just one place because that will create a bottleneck. So you have to spread out your product near the dispatching bays so that if there are several calls for that product, not all your pickers are in the same area, that they're dispersed throughout the warehouse near the dispatching bays so that they're easily put to shipping for loading. The other one was question 5. What type of quality system applies to the standard of requirements that monitor your warehouse's effect on the environment? Now on this one, had you looked at page 79, it shows, I don't know if you can see that on there, but it shows the quality systems on page 79. And so if you look at 14001, it's a standard of requirements that defines and establishes controls to reduce your company's impact on the environment. So it regulates standards for your impact on the environment. That one does. And there are other ones within there, like the 50001 is a standard of requirement that deals with the energy impact of your warehouse operations. So there's many different ISO standards out there, and that was contained on page 79, so you might want to look at that. There were a couple others also that people missed, but it wasn't overall. These were the ones that people missed most of all, like the majority of the class, or over 4 people had missed, so I wanted to cover those. For your discussion questions, spelling. Your textbook is written in the true English format from England. So instead of L-A-B-O-R, they spell L-A-B-O-U-R. So be careful with that when you're writing your paper. We're writing in American English, so make sure that you write that way, even though you're reading it in English and Queen's English. If you're having problems with spelling and grammar, I would suggest that you write your post in a Word format, conduct a spelling grammar check, making the changes as you go through, and copy your writing from your Word document, then paste it into your discussion thread, whether you're replying to somebody else or creating a new thread to answer the questions. If you are unsure on how to do that, there is a tutorial video under Program Resources to help you with that. APA. Many of you are providing resources at the bottom that have no corresponding in-text citation. If you're not citing the source, there should be no reference down below for that. If you're providing a reference, there should be a corresponding text somewhere in the body of your writing that tells me that you utilize somebody else's research, writing, or work to make your point. And then by doing that, you're saying, okay, I've utilized this person's work to make my point, and down below is the reference. So if I want to know more on that subject, I can go to that reference, look it up, and find out more information. If you're having problems, again, go to the APA Resources and Program Resources section of the class and review those. If you're still having problems, give me a call and I'll try to walk you through it. Posting 4 separate posts on 3 separate days. A lot of you are losing unnecessary points by not doing that. And it's not just a one section, it's all the sections, because it's not fair for me to grade you on spelling for one post when I'm grading others on 4 to 5 posts and grading their spelling. So make sure, and then also from a response perspective, it's not fair to your fellow students who are counting on you to respond so that they can make their response to your posts and meet their 4 separate posts on the 3 separate days. And then make sure that you're responding to one another, not just to me. I ask questions to get more information out of you and make you think outside the box, but I want to hear reviews on each other's posts, and the whole reason behind this assignment is to get you discussing. If we were in a physical classroom, I would ask a question of you and ask your opinion, and you give that opinion. Somebody else might say, you know what, I don't really think that's the way it is, and this is why. So that's what we're trying to replicate here. We're not in a physical classroom, but we can still have our discussions. You can still disagree with your fellow students as long as you do it in a respectful manner. So make sure you're responding to each other. And I think that was it for discussions. Everybody actually did pretty well at answering the questions, and so keep up the good work. If you have any questions, please give me a call or shoot me an email. Have a good day.